Ghostbusters Sanctum of Slime starts off in comic book format, as this is how the game tells its story. This is where you first learn about Dumas, the god demon thing that they're trying to resurrect to destroy the world. If this sounds familiar, it's basically the same story with Gozer, the original bad guy from the original Ghostbusters movie. Sanctum of Slime is an over-the-top arcade-style shooter, very similar to that of Alien Swarm or Smash TV, going old school on that one, where you just basically pick a direction and you start shooting in that area. Really, the only tactic in the game is using the right weapon when you need to. You have 3 different types. You have red, yellow, and blue. They each fire differently. Red is your normal Ghostbusters beam weapon. Yellow's like a net type thing that shoots very slowly but is powerful against yellow enemies. And blue's kind of like a pulse rifle. So you have to go ahead and make sure you're using the right weapon at the right time, otherwise you're really not going to do any damage to the enemies and they will kill you. Sanctum of Slime suffers from a lot of little problems. First off, frame rate in the game on the Xbox 360 is a bit choppy at times. It's not horrible, but it does kind of get in the way. Next up is the fact that there's not really items in this game. There are a few things that you can pick up, like extra cash or bonus cash or health pickups, and the occasional invincibility. But other than that, there's really nothing you can hang on to and take with you and use at a strategic time. It's just all random at when you get these things. And sometimes you could really use that invincibility, and sometimes they'll give it to you and you really have no need for it. This does cause a bit of a stagnation with the game. It's basically the same thing over and over and over again. This brings me to the computer's AI. The AI in this game is pretty bad. If you're playing with your friends, this isn't going to be a problem. But if you're playing single player, you're going to have to protect your AI buddies a lot. The good news is the enemies basically target you. This is good in the way that you can keep them away from your teammates, but you will die a lot. There will be times where you will basically have to sacrifice yourself every couple of seconds just to make sure you get through the level. This gets a little annoying because the enemies, as I said, they basically focus on you and only you. Only when you fall, they'll go after everybody else. This basically puts you in a position to keep your buddies alive only so that they can resurrect you. You can do this by tapping the A button repeatedly until the teammate gets up. I cannot recommend this game at $10. The value of the game really just does not hold up. You might get an hour or two's fun out of it with your buddies, but that's about it. You can't really play it by yourself. You'll just get so frustrated, you'll want to just throw your controller through the window. I really enjoyed Ghostbusters, the video game. That was a lot of fun. Hopefully Atari will go ahead and make a sequel to that. But this game just really isn't that much fun. If you're playing on the PC side, I'd strongly recommend checking out Steam's Alien Swarm. It's a free game, and it does everything right that Ghostbusters Sanctum of Slime did wrong.